ॐ गणनां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत नः शृण्वन्नो दिवि सीदसादनं महागणपतये नमः। प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामविद्र्यवतु वाग्देव्यै नमः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। ॐ शिवसमारम्भा शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमा अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ता वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा। स्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। अशुभानि निराचष्टे तनोति शुभसन्ततिं कृतिमात्रेण यत्पुंसां ब्रह्मतन्मङ्गलं परम्। ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रुत्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे।
ब्रह्मा देवानां प्रथमः सम्बभूव विश्वस्य कर्ता भुवनस्य गोप्ता स ब्रह्मविद्यां सर्वविद्याप्रतिष्ठाम् अथर्वाय ज्येष्ठपुत्राय प्राह। अथर्वणेयां प्रवदेत ब्रह्मा अथर्वातां पुरोवाचाङ्गिरे ब्रह्मविद्याम् स भारद्वाजाय सत्यवहाय प्राह। भारद्वाजोऽङ्गिरसे परावराम् शौनको ह वै महाशालः अङ्गिरसं विधिवदुपसन्नः पप्रच्छ कस्मिन्नु भगवो विज्ञाते सर्वमिदं विज्ञातं भवतीति।
In Mundaka Upanishad, we find Guru Shishya Parampara is mentioned in order to remind the listener about the greatness of this Vidya. In that great Guru Shishya Parampara, a Shishya, namely Shaunakaha, approaches Guru, namely Angiras. Angiras is the name of the teacher. Shaunakaha is the name of the disciple. Angirasam vidivadu upasannaha. Shaunakaha mahashalaha angirasam vidivadu upasannaha. Mahashalaha is the epithet given to the disciple Shaunakaha. That means Mahashalaha means Mahagrahastaha. Mahayagashalaha, Mahapakashalaha, Mahapatashalaha. He is a teacher and he is a grahastha, and he is a great ritualist. He performs great rituals and feeds the people and teaches the student whatever he knew. Such a person happened to be the disciple for this knowledge. That means what? A person to come to this knowledge requires a lot of maturity. A Mahashalaha alone is qualified for this knowledge. What does it mean? One whose kitchen is big, one whose puja room is big, one whose learning place is big. He is qualified for this knowledge. Being a learning person, he is available for learning all the while. Unlike other people, they complete their learning once they finish their degree. Afterwards, there is no learning at all. Unlike other people, this disciple is a continuous learner. And he is a ritualist. That means he has followed the religion properly and got required maturity for this knowledge. And third one is a man of great heart who can feed many people daily. Such a disciple approached the teacher Angiras vidivati. There is a upasadana vidhi. You cannot have this knowledge by a casual approach. Nor you can find out the teachings of the Vedanta Shastram by yourself. He is already a teacher, but still he allows himself to be the disciple of someone. That humility he has to approach Vedanta Shastra. He should have vairagyam towards all the things, whatever he was doing. Vairagyam towards the lakshyam of all his previous activities. What is the lakshyam of Karma Yoga lifestyle? Punyam, Loka Prapti, Swarga Prapti. So, vairagyam towards this Loka Prapti, Swarga Prapti, and vairagyam towards getting nice things in this very life itself. Being a humble person, in order to get rid of this birth and death cycle, which is possible by gaining something which is eternal. All these are all the level of maturity in the mind of the disciple. To approach a teacher for Atmajnanam, Shastra says the disciple should have this level of maturity. Bhagavan Shankara writes in his commentary, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannaha san, Shraddha Bhakti Purassaraha san, Garbha Janma Jara Rogadi Anartha Pugam Vinashaya, Nityam Shivapadam Ichan, Parama Purushartham Ichan, Upasannaha. Not to get small things from the teacher, he has gone, but to get something very grand, Nityam Shivapadam. By getting Nityam Shivapadam, what he is going to gain? Garbha, Janma, Jara, Rogadi, Anartha Pugam Vinashaya. In order to destroy the repeated birth and death cycle. What is the problem in birth and death cycle? Jara, Rogam. Varieties of Rogam. And Anartha Pugam. Plenty of problems, physically, emotionally. Anartha Pugam Vinashaya. He approached the teacher with all Shraddha and Bhakti. Akinchanaha san, he approached. Why should he approach? Why can't the teacher come and tell to the disciple, like other religious preachers? They knock the door, na? Good news to the world. Messiah has come. They knock the door. Why can't the teacher of this knowledge go and preach? Shastram says, no. That's not the duty of the teacher. A qualified student comes, after verifying his qualification, the teacher can share. Na prishta kasyachid bruyat, nacha anyayena pruchhataha, janannapi medhavi, jadavad lokamachare. This is the vidhi for teacher. Vidhi for disciple is sadhana chaturthi sampannaha, vairagi, Shraddha Bhakti Purasaraha san Garbha Janma Jara Rogadi Anartha Pugam Vinashaya Parama Purushartham Ichan Upasannaha. For teacher, what is the vidhi? Unless it is asked with all humility and sincerity, this knowledge should not be shared. That much grand this knowledge is. Therefore, Shastram repeatedly says to the disciple, you have to go, my dear. You may not be able to find out who is having this knowledge. See how a blind man can find out the doctor who can treat the blindness. By apata jnanam, you should start searching. Maybe that person have this knowledge, maybe only. So who connects this disciple and spiritual teacher? Ishvaraha. In Bhagavatam, Parishittu Maharaja did not know who is going to be his Gurudev. But he began the journey by himself, searching for sadhu sangha. So, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Shastrajñopi swatantaryena brahmajnanam anveshanam na kuryad iti. You may be Shastrajñaha, you may be a grammarian, great ritualistic. To be a ritualistic, you should have knowledge about so many things. Knowledge about astrology, astronomy, knowledge about grammar, knowledge about method of doing rituals. Chadangani they are called. Even though you know all these things, Brahma Anveshanam Swatantaryena na kurya. You cannot find out this Brahma Vastu by yourself. In Bhagavad Gita also Bhagavan says, Tadvidhi pranipadena pariprashnena sevaya. Three things he mentions there. You have to approach pranipadena with all humility, sevaya, ready to give up everything and to live with the teacher, serving him, or serving his cause, or serving according to his orders. Serving need not be only physical serving. If he says go and do that work has to be finished even if that place of work is 1000 kilometers away. Swami Vivekananda Maharaj says to Kalyananandi Maharaj, Kalyan, go to Haridwar and serve the sadhus. I bless you. He goes there, 1000 kilometers away. So either serving the teacher or serving the cause of the teacher or serving the teacher by obeying his commands. Then pariprashne, you should ask what is the reality. So vidhivadu upasannaha san papracha. Papracha means he seriously asked a question. Kim papracha? What he asked? Kasminnu bhagavo vijñāte sarvamidam vijñātam bhavati. What is the question? Hey Bhagavan, kasminnu vijñāte idagam sarvam vijñātam bhavati. That word nu is vitarkam. I know what I am asking. I know about what I am asking. Kasmin vijñāte idagam sarvam vijñātam bhavati. By knowing which I can know all. This question itself is possible only if the questioner has a knowledge that there is something called basic substance of the entire creation. It is like a question, how many children do you have? This question presupposes the knowledge that the person whom you are questioning is a married one. Suppose if you ask this question to an unmarried one, how many children you have? That is a wrong question, correct? Suppose if you ask one more question after asking how many children you have. What is the second question you know? Imagine, are you married? After asking how many children you have, if you ask, are you married? That's also a wrong question. To ask how many children you have, there must be a knowledge in the questioner's mind that so and so person is a married man. Correct? Similarly, this very question itself presupposes great level of maturity, level of thinking in the mind of the what a question it is. How this question is possible? It is possible only when he is almost sure that there is a basic substance for the entire creation. How can he come to this logical conclusion, assumption, that there must be a basic substance of this creation? How can he know that? By observing the creation, you can have this logical conclusion. It is a logical conclusion. That's all. Assumption only. There must be something called basic substance for the entire creation. How this assumption is possible? Because of observation. What is the observation? One clay, many pottery. One gold, many jewelry. One water, many water bodies. One wood, many furnitures. So, Karanam Ekam, Karyam Anekam. Cause is one and effects are, products are many. From one cause, many products are possible. He is observing. Gold Ekam, jewelry Anekam. Jewelry in the entire world is product of one gold. So this is the data arrived by this questioner. So he is extending that understanding and with logical sequence he is arriving an assumption that there must be something. If I know that cause, I can know all the products. If I know what is water, I know what is oceanic waters, what is river waters, what is lake waters, what is well waters. If I know the gold, I am as good as knowledgeable about all the jewelry in the creation. Correct? Therefore, he is interested in knowing that basic substance of the entire creation. Therefore, he asks this question. This is one possibility of asking this question. Second possibility, Shankaracharya says, being a Vaidika, he might have come across certain statements in the Veda. Ekam Sat, Vipra Bahuda Vadanti, Tadeva Saumi Idamagra Asit, Ekameva Advitiyam Brahma, Tasmad Va Etasmad Atmanaha, Akasha Sambhutaha, Akashat Vayu. Like that. Ekam Karanam, Anekam Karyam. Like that he might have heard from the Shastram being a Vaidika. But he doesn't know what is that Ekam. Therefore only he is asking, what is that Ekam? By knowing which I can be a knowledgeable person about the entire thing in the creation. So, Kasmin Vijnate, Idagam Sarvam means entire creation. Tangible, intangible, known or unknown, or knowable in future. Idagam Sarvam Vijnatam Bhavati. This is called Pratiknya. Eka Karana Vijnanena Sarva Karana Vijnana Pratiknya. This is called. This question presupposes an understanding Jagataha Sarva Mula Vastu Ekam Asti. There is one substance which happened to be the Mula Vastu. Answer for this same question only a Tamil scripture called Tirukkural begins. Akara Mudala Ezhuthellam Adi Bhagavan Mudatre Ulagu. The source of this creation is Bhagavan. Name of the source is mentioned in that scripture is what? Bhagavan. See how this knowledge is percolated in every aspect of our culture. Irrespective of difference in language or culture, this knowledge is percolated. So this culture considers that one entity is the cause. Therefore, with whatever product you deal, you are dealing with the cause. Correct? When you deal with the necklace, with whom you are dealing? You are dealing with gold. What is the benefit of this understanding, When the necklace goes away from you, you will not cry. You will not hold on to that necklace only. If the jeweler says, "Sir, this has become old, I will convert this necklace as a earring," what you will tell? No problem. Because substance is as it is. Only Nama Rupa Karma is changing, therefore I don't have any problem. This one question and answer for this one question has made the entire Sanatana Dharma and its culture. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahudha Vadanti. Therefore, I have no problem. In whatever form you deal with it, I have no problem. Therefore, accommodation comes in the mind of the person, in the mind of the wise person. He accommodates all cultures, all languages, all types of people, all types of their thinking patterns, all types of their pujas, all types of their altars, all types of their gods and divinities. This is the problem now world is facing. My God is divine, your God is devil. This is the problem. And solution for this problem is what? Vedanta Shastra. You understand now how much important this Vedanta Shastram for keeping the society at peace and comfort. Suppose somebody says, I don't bother about God, this, that. I am happy and comfortable by serving and respecting the poor. Shastra says, no problem. You are dealing with the same substance. You are dealing with the same substance. So, this question is because of an understanding that Sarvataha Eka Sarva Mula Vastu Asti. When its existence is established logically, then only this question is possible. Kim Tatu Mula Vastu. Then only another question is possible. Why I want to know, if the teacher asks, why you want to know about that Mula Vastu? Why you want to know about the Mula Vastu? Suppose if the teacher asks, what the disciple will tell? Eka Vijnanena Sarva Vijnanam Bhavati. Eka Karana Vijnanena Sarva Karya Vijnanam Bhavati. Why you want to have that Eka Vijnanam? Why you want to have? Another question, suppose teacher asks, why you want to have Eka Vijnana Jnanam? All my problem is because of absence of this Eka Vijnana Jnana. How it is? What is the problem of humanity? Please tell. It is not able to accept certain things arriving in his life. The human being is not able to accept arrival of something in his life and departure of something in his life. Correct? So he feels elated or depressed. If the person, like a jeweler, he doesn't bother about sales of jewels from his shop. Departure. Is he worried? Is he worried? Please tell. A jeweler is there. Lot of jewels are sold from the shop. Is he worried or happy? Please tell. Happy. When something goes, if he is happy, naturally when something comes, he must be unhappy. Correct? Now the question is the jeweler is unhappy when somebody brings old jewel? Then also he is happy. While selling also is happy, while purchasing is also is happy. While getting it happy, while losing it happy. How it is possible? What I receive, what I sell, both are same. Suppose if he receives the fake gold jewel, what is that name? That jewel name? Covering gold. It is not a gold, but gold covering. Hurriedly he has purchased, suppose, and gave money also. Then he verifies. When he verifies, if he finds that it is not gold, then he will be unhappy. Correct? Arre, I am at loss. So neither arrival makes any difference in his mind, nor departure makes any difference in his mind. What is human problem? This is the problem. Arrival and departure of people, arrival and departure of experiences, arrival and departure of life, arrival and departure of this very body, arrival and departure of thoughts, arrival and departure of sound. When some sound arrives in our ears, we cannot handle that sound. என்ன பார்த்து இந்த மாதிரி சொல்லிட்டானே. How can he say this? Simple sound, na? Just you can wipe out your ears and go. No, it goes inside the heart and pierces the heart. And that wound is kept for 25 years, 30 years, 40 years. Simple sound. So, arrival and departure is the problem. Understand? Therefore, only human beings is always engaged in pravritti, nivritti. Pravritti, nivritti. Pravritti for getting something which he wants. Pravritti for making something to arrive in his life. Nivritti from getting rid of something, from something which he doesn't want. If you have this knowledge, when something comes, what is his understanding? Bhagavan has come. When something goes, Bhagavan has gone. Both are Bhagavan. Or both are product of Bhagavan. Manifestation of Bhagavan. Now you ask a question, what do you mean by product? What do you mean by product? There is nothing called product at all. What you call as product is nothing but addition of weightless, substanceless name, form, utility. Three are added with the cause, then the cause is accepted as product. The substance is not at all going through any change at all. But you accept that as a product. When these three things are added, what are those three things? Nama, Rupa, Karma. Name, form, and utility. How it is useful for you? It is subjective. Name also is subjective. One same entity is called in many names by many group of people, correct? One same entity can be in many forms also. Dosai, suppose you take. Dosa is a product. But that dosa itself has many forms. Which dosa? In Bangalore I heard there is a shop, dosa shop, having 150 varieties of dosa. Then I asked my student how it is possible. 150 varieties only in dosa? Yes, Swamiji, only in dosa. So as a time passed, I started writing what are all the possible varieties of dosa. Masala dosa, rava dosa, like that. 20 names only I could make. Then I asked, how is it possible? Swamiji, neenga vaango. One day, I'll take you to that dosa shop. The fellow is running. With one atta, he is running 150 product shop. So, Nama, Rupa, Karma is added with the Moola Vastu. Then, the addition of Nama, Rupa, Karma makes the Moola Vastu to be accepted as product. Okay, what is the weight of this addition? What is the weight of the name? No weight. Takke. It is a thermocol type, weightless. What is the form? You can make any form. You can give any form. The form also is not stable. Utility, certainly not at all stable. For someone it is very valuable. For someone it is not valuable at all. Any product. Is there any product which is accepted by whole humanity as valuable product? Imagine. Just think over. Like that you have to put your mind while traveling, while walking. Then only this mind will get thinking capacity. Is there any product which is acceptable by the whole humanity? Or is that any person? Or is that any form? Or is that any name which is accepted by the whole humanity? However much divine it is, whole humanity cannot accept. However much precious it is. Like Kohinoor diamond. You bring that Kohinoor diamond to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's kutia and offer it. Bhagavan, this is for you. What will tell? Taka mati. You will tell this is nothing but mud in the form of stone. Correct? So, there is nothing called product at all. This knowledge makes the person to be at ease. All the while I am dealing with cause only. That is why Vedanta is not in hurry in converting anyone. When the humanity is busy with products, Vedanta says, enjoy. Dirgha Ishman Bhava. That is a blessing. What does it mean? Be careful without following the rules and regulations of handling it. If you handle, you will get back. Okay, suppose when a parcel of toy comes, you don't know what type of toy it is. So how to handle it? You should not keep it near. You put it in front, then open. Suppose that is a spring toy. It will hit your face. So don't keep it near. Like that, the Vedantin guides and gives warning. Handle the product properly. Because he knows they are all handling the substance only. That is why in our culture, as I told in the basics of Vedanta class, everything is divine. Panchabhutas are divine. Vidya is divine. Saraswati, Lakshmi, Ashtalakshmi, divine. Kala Tattvam, which gives us troubles, divine. Arrival and departure, both are divine, designed by divine, we accept it. Human being is divine, living beings are divine, rivers are divine, mountains are divine, everything is divine, waters are divine. So in the gamut of divinity, where is the place for a devil, please tell? We don't have any devil at all. We have varieties of places for varieties of living beings to live, that's all. We don't condemn Naraka, nor we praise Swarga. Vedantin never condemn Naraka, never praises Swarga. Recently when I met an elderly Swamiji, he told a joke. He is living in Varanasi. Husband passed away, wife was grieving. So somehow she wanted to know where this fellow has gone after death. Then there are some tantrikas who can know where the spirit has gone. Then she approached that tantrika. He told, okay, don't worry, I will call that spirit, the soul, and make you to know where he is. That fellow invoked that soul. The soul was speaking. The wife asked, how are you? Very happy. Acha, very happy. Happier than we living both together? Yes, yes, certainly. I don't feel any problem at all departing from you. I am very, very happy. Acha, then you might have been living in heaven. No, I am living in hell only. Then how you are happy? The Swamiji stopped the joke. To understand, you need a mind. This fellow want to say, living with you is more hellish than living in hell. So he enjoys hell, life in hell. Like that, there are some partners. Appa Bhagavane, no problem. Even if I am getting problem here, I am relieved from that problem. Correct? So we don't condemn any hell or heaven because we know both are manifestation of that Moolavasthu. So we have a place for people designated for every type of individual. Correct? Tamasa, Rajasa, Satvika, combination of Tamasa, Rajasa, combination of Rajasa, Satvika, combination of Satvika, Rajasa, Tamasa, like that varieties. Atala, Sutala, Vitala, Patala, Talatala, Rasatala, Mahatala. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Sargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Brahmaloka. Like that varieties. All these lokas are products of what? Same entity. You cannot reject this Patala Loka as devilish. Understood? Therefore, you accommodate everything in the creation by this knowledge. Therefore, Vedantin is not at all in hurry. As long as children are playing, the mother knows they are playing with mud toys. They are handling the mud. That's all. No danger for them. Therefore, she allows the children to play. But she still, hey, don't hit by the toy. Correct? There is a mud elephant, suppose. The child should not take it and hit another child. So that warning is given. So play properly because you are handling with the same cause. Therefore, Eka Vijnanena Sarva Vijnanam Bhavati. Sarva Vijnanena Samsara Nivaranam Bhavati. Kasmin Vijnate Sarvam Idagam Vijnatam Bhavati iti. Answer for this question is the solution for all human problems. Therefore, this question is considered as a grand question. You understand now? To ask this question, a person should be matured. When you probe why he asked this question, we find that this fellow is so much matured. He knows, if I know this, I will get everything. He addresses the teacher, Hey Bhagavan. That means what? He is very much convinced. The teacher knows the answer. That is why reverential. Revered sir. Hey Bhagavan means what? Oh, embodiment of divinity. One who himself is the divine. A divine alone can answer about the divine. That is why in our parampara, Guruhu Brahma, Guruhu Vishnuhu, Guruhu Parameshwaraha, Guruhu Sakshat Param Brahma, Moolavastu, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sampradaya says, whomever you visit, you meet, address him as Hey Bhagavan. What a culture! Address him, Hey Bhagavan, Namaste. If you tell Hey Bhagavan, that fellow may not accept that. Why you are addressing me? I am younger, you are elder. Like that he may object. So indirectly you address him, Hey Bhagavan. By which word? Namaha te. Namastestu Mahamaye. This fellow addresses Divine Mother. The same Namaste is addressed to the person, whoever he is, whether he is younger in age, deprived of wealth, deprived of maturity. What is the address word? Namaste. Namaste means what? Hey Bhagavan. Hey Bhagavan means what? This fellow may be the fellow who may have this knowledge. So, whenever you meet anyone, what must be the question? Whether he knows the answer? Maybe. See the approach. The entire life is spent in search of answer for this one question. That is why Shastra says, address everyone as Namaste. Because from whom you will get answer you don't know. In which form the teacher will come that you don't know. The teacher may be available with you as a driver, like Arjuna. All the while this teacher is available with this fellow. But as long as he is not ready to be a disciple, the teacher is in the form of driver, messenger, postman wala, friend. Understand? So, Shastra says, by living with this attitude, a day you will get that person with whom the answer is available. You don't know who is having that answer. Therefore, it is better to relate with everyone, love, affection and respect. What a culture it is. To describe the grandness of this Sanatana Dharma and its culture, this one word Namaha Te is enough. No culture, no theology, no philosophy has respect for another person. There are certain cultures, in Islamic culture, you cannot bow down even to your mother. You cannot bow down even to your mother. Here that culture says you have to bow down only to Allah. Nothing wrong. Compare that culture with this culture, with Sanatana Dharma. What a grand. Whole life you have to be an embodiment of humility. This is the problem in human mind. This ahankara is the problem, which doesn't allow us to see the truth as it is. Because it is prejudiced mind. Any prejudiced mind is not available for learning. When learning doesn't happen, repeated beatings happen. That's all. So, what is the solution for all human suffering? Finding that Moolavastu. Who has found that Moolavastu is identified with that very Moolavastu. Brahmavide Brahmaiva Bhavati. This is the assertion in the scripture. If it is told like this, how many people will understand? Therefore, our elders found out a beautiful way of telling story. They created a story. Who is grand among the grand people? All are grand. Yes, nothing is nikrishtam in our culture. Nothing is despicable in our culture. Please understand. Nothing is completely rejectable in our culture. So you might have heard that story. One guru told, bring something which is despicable. This disciple went in search of nikrishta vastu. Finally he came with an empty hand. Then he told, I could not find out. Maybe the very idea I am great must be the nikrishta. Then the teacher told, yes, the idea that I am grand is there now. It will manipulate after some time. I am the only grand. Then it will manipulate after some time. Others are not grand. My God is grand. My God is the only grand. And other gods are not grand. Fourth stage is other gods are devil. All religious wars because of ahankara. All social wars because of ahankara. Sanatana Dharma says you cannot brand anyone or anything in the creation as nikrishtam. That's why Swami Vivekananda Maharaj used to say, it is a standing libel to call humanity as a sinner. It is a sin to call a human being as a sinner. If at all there is a sin, what it is? You are branding someone as sinner. Na? That is the problem. Why you brand somebody as sinner? So that you can introduce yourself as a savior. That's all. Self-introduction. Business. But the Sanatana Dharma says, nothing is nikrishtam. Everything is grand. Everything is divine. Among the divinities, who must be the leader? So they gave a competition. The competition happened in Kailasha. There were 3 judges. All the devatas are players, participated in the competition. All the rishis are observers. 3 judges, Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu. What is the competition? One who circumambulates the entire creation is the winner. One who comes after circumambulating entire creation is the winner. So all divinities, devatas have their own vehicles. And poor Lord Ganesha is a bulky wala. And his vehicle is a rat. So he understood he cannot compete with these people. Like a sadhu. Every sadhu says, Papa, I cannot compete with these worldly people. Let them play. Let them play. I don't want to play. But at the same time, I want to win the game. Entire humanity is in search of happiness, peace, security. The sadhu also is in search of happiness, peace, security. Entire humanity starts running race. Sadhu being bulky. Generally, that's why sadhus are generally bulky. I was wondering how sadhus can become bulky, because they eat 1 time or maximum 2 times. How it is? Because no expenditure. Energy is not wasted. Mental energy, emotional energy, physical energy is not at all wasted. Na? So Bhagavan Ganesha, by nature he cannot run, nor his vehicle can carry him to that fast, compete with the other vehicles. So he started thinking, what do you mean by product? What do you mean by creation? What is the meaning of circumambulating? You should not write answer immediately to the question. You have to start questioning the very question itself. That's called Vichara Buddhi. So he started thinking. Observers are there, na? Rishis. Hey, Ganesha, my dear, why you are sitting and what you are thinking? Start running. Rishiji, wait. I cannot run physically also, nor this fellow can carry me. Other 3 are observing, judges are observing, because this fellow is not participating in the competition at all. So he started asking the observers, rishis, what is the meaning of creation? They told Panchabhutas are these, that, like that. From where they have come? What is their source? From one Satyavas. Acha. What do you mean by Satyam? That which is available all 3 periods of time is called Satyam. Acha. Then what is this creation? It is a mere product, another appearance. Acha. So if at all there is Satyavastu, my mummy and daddy only is Satyam. What do you mean by circumambulate? Coming round with all humility. Temple protection, they say, na? Temple circumambulation. You circumambulate anything, naturally you will be humble. Have you observed that psychology? That's why our people are told to circumambulate temple. Why? This fellow is ahankari. Circumambulate. When you circumambulate, naturally you will be humble. Because you are careful. You cannot walk casually because you will ditch. But you have to take turn now. When taking round, you have to take turn. So you will ditch if you are careless. So careful, alert walking. And when you know that you are circumambulating, naturally humility comes, respect comes. Oh, that is the meaning of all these words. Acha, acha, acha. These fellows have run away without knowing what is the meaning of and what is the price, he asked. Knowledge fruit. Acha. Knowledge fruit is the price, means the exam must be what? Learning. If the knowledge is the fruit, learning must be the effort. I learned with you people and clarified with you. So therefore, I will circumambulate my father and mother. If you take the standpoint of divinity, my father and mother is Jagatah Pitaro Vande Parvati Parameshwaro. Brahma and Adya Shakti, both are the cause of the entire creation. This is what I learned from the scriptures. So finally, he was accepted as the great among the great. Why? Because of this knowledge. What knowledge? Eka moola vastu anekam sarvam. So that is why he is called Ganana Antva Ganapadigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Ana Shinvanno Dibisi Dasadanam. That is different thinking mind. Na? When everybody is running, not running itself is a great mind. Because peer pressure they call. Na? Yanda panna, avam panna. Protecting ourselves from peer pressure and thinking in a different way, trying to find out the solution in a different way is a method of sadhu. So instead of doing tapasya, the Shaunaka, he went and approached the teacher, asking for amaratva. Everybody goes for tapasya to get amaratva. In scriptures, this man is a man of scriptures. He knows that many people tried for amaratvam, tried answer for the question called maranam. Many people tried in many different ways. But this man trying in a different way. Jnanena moksha. Eka moola vastu jnanena sarva karya vastu jnanaha tat jnanena mokshaha. So this is a beautiful question for which the entire Mundaka Upanishad is the answer. About the answer, we will see in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
हीनति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् हीनति ब्रह्माण्डे हीनति ब्रह्माण्डे